Okay, forgive me, this is my first video. I have a Kubota 3901 with the Bh77, and I didn't like the manual thumb. I wanted the hydraulic thumb. So went to Tractor Supply and I bought one of their cheapy cylinders. I think it's a tie rod cylinder, which I don't know if I would do that again. Forgive the cat. The whole reason that this whole thing started was because of this. I wanted rear outputs. I went to Summit Hydraulics and ordered their rear output and their, I don't know if you can see that in there, third function kit right there. And since I was doing that, I figured I could use the Power Beyond or even one of the ports for the rear outputs to power that hydraulic cylinder. So I had a couple hydraulic hoses made, ran them in the boom up in here, tucked in all nice, all the wrapping, all the way down, even down in that knuckle, which was kind of hard to do. Comes under the backhoe, excuse me, comes out this side under here where you would normally plug in your backhoe. And then I ran it up behind the ROPS, comes out, and I just put a couple 90s on there so it didn't stick straight out. And very pleased. I can take the backhoe off and still use all the outputs. You just plug it in like you would when you took your backhoe off normally. And they function while the backhoe's on as well. The kit was not that horrible from Summit. Price-wise, I recommend it. I'm not endorsed or anything like that. See anything else. I got a feeling that cylinder is not going to last very long, honestly. Just watching it move and stuff, I see some flex in it. But it was a cheapie to get me started. Yeah, I'll have the front outputs. There's the rest of it there. I got too excited about the hydraulic thumb and stopped on those. So I just made sure all the hydraulics were closed up for now. And we'll start her up and have her function. I know a couple people, after I posted about making a hydraulic thumb for this Bh77, were kind of interested in how it would turn out. So start it up, function it, and then we'll be done. When I ordered the kits for the rear outputs and I forget what it's called right now, the front outputs, I ordered these switches that come with it too. This is a 2-position one that came with the front outputs, and I'm customizing the wiring, of course, to make everything work the way I want. So this would be on the backhoe for the thumb. There's out, there's in, and then there's another one that came for the front, and what it has is 4 buttons that I'm going to put on there, and it also came with these 2, so that gives you your 4 for your rear outputs, and the one for the third function. That's what it's called. So I kind of switched some stuff up. It did cost a little more than what I wanted to spend on these options because I was just going to run the third function off of the rear outputs. But at least this way it's kind of somewhat independent. It all flows well. Everything works good. No switching, no problems. Little tricky, first hydraulic job I've ever done, so it was a little tricky figuring out some of it and some of the fittings. But that's it. I'll try and answer any questions the best I can for anyone. For the switching on the wiring, I did run it underneath the floor there. And you can see I put a switch or a plug right there so I can unplug it when I unplug my backhoe. That's for the signal on the switch. And on the other side, I ran the power wire for the switch up into the spare work light socket under the fender up here so that I can unplug that and just pull that over into the backhoe, and everything just is on 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm done. Anyway, thanks guys.